So let's start. I welcome all of you here in this yet another session of MHF Mastermind. Welcome to this session. The golden nugget I have taken today is about mental and emotional clutter. And of course, this topic we have touched once or twice in past also. But then every time we talk about the mental and emotional clutter and we want to declutter, we always depend on some kind of theories and some kind of, the pre-listed methods. And most of the time it is just a theory and it does not work in practical sense because we understand that this is a good theory, but then applying that theory is a very difficult thing. So I wanted to take this up in this today's mastermind, and I want to give you some kind of pointers which might help you, and you might identify it as a practical tip or a strategy to really work that out. So the topic we have taken is how to clear mental and emotional clutter. So there are two parts of it: identifying that particular clutter, that yes, that is a clutter and that is, stopping you, that is, giving a friction to you, or that is kind of deviating you from your long-term goal. And secondly, how to remove that and how to declutter that. So how to clear that mental and emotional clutter is the topic. Declutter the area that really matters a lot. That's important. Because if you want to really, declutter the entire house, then it sometimes becomes impossible. All the theories says that declutter it this way, that way, that way. So it starts from ABC and goes to XYZ. So what happens is, in our crazy busy schedule, and when we are really, chasing up big dreams and working around the clock with working multiple projects and work from home, work from office and all that. So what happens is, sometimes we realize this is not for me, or maybe we'll try it tomorrow and day after tomorrow or something like that. And the procrastination starts there. And we have just celebrated Diwali, and this is Diwali weekend. And in last 10 days or so, maybe a week or 10 days, most of us have been, clearing the clutter at home, at office, at workplace, apne drawers, apne desk, sari cheez hum clean karte baithe hain. And that we have been into that particular mode as of now. And we understand that this is a clutter that we are, trying to clear that out, and very religiously, whether we are of any religion, perhaps we try to really declutter this out. And this happens everywhere. But very few actually look at the clutter from areas that really matters a lot for us. Of course, your work desk, your home, your bedroom, your balcony matters for you. But there are some areas which really matters very big way. And we do not really even think of decluttering it. Perhaps we do not realize there is a clutter there. And that clutter is affecting your health. The clutter is affecting your mind. The clutter is affecting your productivity, the output, everything. For example, if you say your mind itself, there is a huge amount of clutter in each one of our mind, and that we need to clear. So that is what is the topic which we wanted to take up today. Decluttering your work desk is one part. Clearing and organizing your work desk also becomes the part of this particular area. I'll explain you how. Your personal computer, your phone, your personal computer can be your iPad, it can be a tablet, it can be anything. So something that is your personal computer. If you are working in your office and someplace there is a device and you are using that machine, it's not a personal computer. You're using it for some time because someone else is also using it. But if there is a laptop, there is a desktop of your personal computer, that has got a lot to do with your mind connection. Your phone has got a lot to do with your mind connection. The apps that is installed in your phone has got a lot to do with your, the mind connection that you have got there. That clutter is going to affect you. And very few of us actually, notice it and really try to do it. So there are so many apps in your mobile. There are so many things on your computer. The file structure that you have kept, something that you have kept as pending. Some mailboxes, that inbox, you have kept it pending to be read and to be actioned. You have not actually read, and you have actually read it, and you have thought that we will do it later, because that time either the input is not there, either the source is not there, or you do not have that particular free bandwidth to really complete that. So you opened it and you left it. You have not removed it, and that's clutter. Because every time when you are opening your mailbox, that is eating up some of your RAM, and you're not noticing it. Because your subconscious is very intelligent and it's working around the clock. It's always noticing that these many things are pending, these many things are pending, and it has got a vicious circle. The circle is, it actually demotivates you, always it keeps you down, you always get that weight, एक weight महसूस होता है अपने ऊपर कि इतना कुछ है, इतना कुछ pending है, इतना कुछ pending है, and you keep working on that particular line, and that's a problem. So we are talking about the decluttering the work desk is directly connected to decluttering your mind. Another thing that we have is our mind. यहाँ पे हम we are talking about computer, we are talking about your processor. Here we are talking about one second. Here we are talking about your mind, that is a super processor. Any computer, any laptop, any phone, this is a super processor here. The biggest app, perhaps, the biggest or super most processor, that's our mind. To improve your food, to improve your health, to improve your anything, you actually have to be in cool mind and better mind. Your exercise, your sleep, everything, talks about that. And not only that, when you get to your, focus, you get to your output, you get to your concentration, that also requires your complete free of mind. And that's something that is going to count. You need to clear the clutter inside your mind. That's the message here. And clearing our clutter improves that feeling that there is a space. Think of a situation that you are trying to keep something in your computer or in your thing, and the space is a constant. It's always giving you a notice that by the iCloud space or something, it is all full. So what is happening? You are actually talking about, let me try and mute something. Yeah, I'm not getting the mute button somewhere. Okay, so clearing our clutter gives a specific feeling, and the feeling is that there is a feel of free space. There is a free space available. The moment you have got this free space available feeling, automatically a lot of processing in this super processor called mind starts, and that takes you towards productivity. The moment that mind ka super processor understands that everything is full, no data space is remaining, it starts working in a different direction, and it actually eats up your RAM, it eats up your concentration, it eats up your focus, and you actually get into a model which starts creating the strain and the stress and things like that. So we generally always understand that surrounding needs to be decluttered, area clean hona chahiye, sab kuch badhiya hona chahiye. But this is that actual surrounding of your mind which needs to find that there is a space. जब हम यहाँ पे टेबल में बैठते हैं, जब सोफा में बैठते हैं, जब कहीं पे बेड में होते हैं, so if there are so many things around, you do not find that space, feel of a space नहीं होता. So what we do is we try and arrange things and make it declutter. In your car also, you feel that the space nahi ho raha hai, so you try and declutter it out. In mind, we never do this exercise, and therefore I read something somewhere, this particular thing, and I thought it is worth sharing to this group, and I have taken this up here, that if you focus on this small aspect, this is not a theory, it is a pure practical which you can apply anytime, and this is just simple. Think of your mind as if you're sitting on your sofa or in your office desk, and think, are you feeling that a space? If you're not, you're feeling that there is no space, that means it is clutter, and you've got to create that space. The moment you create that space, mind starts working on optimization, and focus, concentration, everything starts increasing and enhancing. But what if the clutter is mental and emotional instead? If it is emotional clutter, if it is some kind of mental clutter, then it is altogether a different story. And it could be anything. It could be your work, it could be your relation, it could be your finance, it could be your society, it could be your social aspects, it could be your anything for that matter. So declutter your life. When we talk about, good line to listen, that declutter your life, and everyone talks about declutter your life. Some religious aspect also talks about declutter your life. Our productivity experts and our productivity gurus also talk about declutter your life. But how and what? Because the theories, we listen, we admire that good theory, very nice. But when we start actually taking into practical, we hardly hate anyway. We say that it is working, it is not working. So declutter through is very important. And declutter matlab kya? Only one thing called thoughts. Declutter thoughts. Declutter your emotions actually. If I may request you to mute everyone, if anyone is unmuted, because I'm not able to get this mute button here. If you can mute yourself, I think it would be better and we can again focus it. Yes, you can unmute anytime to talk. So what we're talking about is thought and emotion. Both are, the aspects of a same coin, different aspect of the same coin. And what we are talking about is if you can declutter your thoughts and one second, give me a moment. If you declutter your thought, emotion also will start getting decluttered. It's all thought that comes from that emotion. So there is a tap and there is a water supply, and that are getting on your way to what matters most for you. What matters most for you needs to be asked. And if what matters most for you, if you look, then what is happening is this is, one second, give me. So if you talk about decluttering your thought, it actually starts from your emotion, which is coming from there. And how it goes is, I would suggest one simple strategy here, one line, that any thought, any emotion that is getting in your way of what matters for you most. So decide that what matters for you most. Anything that matters for you most and anything which is coming in between is clutter. You got to identify that. And once you identify that, you can start, working on that line. And how to go about clearing this that particular space which is flooded with clutter or maybe crowded with this unfocused mind and things like that. So what you need to basically do is you need to follow the neuroscientists and the theories which are established and proven. And what neuroscientists say is that there are effective ways that you can release declutter thoughts and emotions that is coming on your way by just identifying one line, that what matters for you most. If it is obstructing there, then it really makes a point for you that this is something that needs to be removed. How to remove? We are coming to that. But the point is, the halfway is to identify what actually is coming to you. And therefore, clearing your clutter will improve that feel of a space. The moment you aim that this is the space we need to create in your mind, like we create in our desk and on your home, same way that create in mind, and for that identify which one is that which is coming on your way that matters most for you. And we're talking about clearing our mental and emotional clutter now, the ways we will be working on. Clearing our mental or emotional clutter can be incredibly powerful if you really practice it well. Practice it well, when I say I'm talking about weekly, daily, monthly, you need to create that habit to declutter it. Like you create a habit to declutter your closet. You make an habit to declutter your bathroom, you declutter your bedroom or your bed or your sofa or your office desk or something. What you do is, you do not do it ritually that you will do it in January and again do it in next February. You do it on a daily basis. Are we doing on a daily basis on this aspect, that decluttering your mind to create that space? Are we doing it on a daily basis? If we do it, that can become powerful, incredibly powerful. It can help you eliminate distractions, because distractions are coming and that actually are depositing as clutters. And the moment you start noticing it on a daily basis, it's like you have got some kind of dustbin in your home, and you can keep throwing, the children keep throwing something here and there, and you keep putting in the dustbin. But when the children grow and they are instructed, or they are enlightened that everything needs to be put in the dustbin, you would realize that nothing till evening or till night is lying anywhere. Everything is in dustbin. Everything is neat and clean, as if it was cleared in the morning. So what is happening is, it is now set in the system. It is in the habit now. Same way, we're talking about the distractions that is coming in your mind. It could be some emotional, it could be coming from some relation, it could be coming from some kind of work, it could be coming from your finance, it could be coming from some kind of vyasan or kind of habits that you have developed, or it could be your society, it could be your family, it could be coming from anywhere, that distraction. But if every time that distraction comes and you kind of keep putting it in, kind of decluttering it out, and this habit is developed on a daily basis, weekly basis, what would happen is this clutter will not get created, and that will make you focus on what's most important for you. And you have already defined, the 4 slide back, we have defined that what is most important for you, what matters most for you in terms of relationship, in terms of business, in terms of office, in terms of society, in terms of your social media, anything that you define, because it's your life, it's your type, you define that what matters most for you. And then start working on this line, you would be able to identify the clutter better. This Diwali, I'll tell you, in my case, I had some work being done at my office, and my cabin thing were, dismantled and things like that. And there were quite a few documents, there were quite a few papers, there were quite a few formulation samples that I have been carrying for 5 years, 7 years. And my office colleagues have always asked me to throw this out. And I've never, because I feel that I would refer this. And this is important, this is important. And that was, created, and it was taking the whole space, and it was all clutter, but my mind was not identifying it as a clutter. Suddenly it was to be, packed and again arranged. And while these interior guys were working there, I actually wanted to really sort this out and wanted to keep it in some wardrobe. And what I instantly thought in my mind, that let me think that what matters most for me in this. Is this mattering for me? And I started finding it out. And you will be surprised that with my experience, that I felt incredibly powerful at that time to really decide on the spot that this to be removed, this to be kept, this to be removed, this to be kept. And instantly, it was only one. It actually created and gave me a power for the decision tree. That this, yes or no, yes or no. Earlier, I used to take and I used to look and I used to keep. I used to take, I used to look, I used to keep. So I'm talking about eliminating distraction is completely an art. You can actually call it as an art. Learning that art of eliminating destruction that is here. Distractions. Anything that is distracting you is here. So that distractors you identify and you start removing. The clue I gave was that find out it matters for you or it does not matter for you. And what matters most, if there are so many things mattering, that what matters most. It can actually help you, or it can enable you to get most important things done in a more efficient way, more effective way, because every time there is a room of improvement as far as efficiency and effectiveness is concerned. So you can always think of, little more, and it can work. How clutter collects. I mean, before I talk about the steps, we talk about how it collects. Clutter must be collecting from somewhere, like in home, the dust collects, something collects, you write something and throw it out, that collects, something collects. But how it collects in your mind? The clutter starts collecting when you go through adversity, when you go through challenging schedules, where you feel that your expectations are not being met. So either it is adversity, any adversity came, किसी का तबीयत खराब हो गया, कोई फाइनेंस की तकलीफ हो गई, कोई बिजनेस में प्रॉब्लम हो गया, कोई रिलेशनशिप में प्रॉब्लम हो गया, कोई शेड्यूल में प्रॉब्लम हो गया. This is one part. But in our working life, in our business life, in our work life, there's another thing. And in personal life also it works, is your challenging schedule. If you are going through a challenging schedule, if you have a good schedule, that whatever you wanted, you are doing it, and your schedule is permitting, you are able to complete your things on time, and you're doing everything perfectly fine, it's all good. But the moment you get into a challenging schedule, that means there is a stretch going on, and what end result comes is that your expectations are not being met. My expectation was that I will complete these 2 meetings today, and that was not met. My expectation was that my team will complete this, and that was not met. My expectation was this finance will address all that, and the finance got short. The working capital was short. That expectation was not met. So when you get into a schedule where you find that your expectations are not being met, please note that's the point, that's the environment, that is the situation when the clutter will start collecting in your mind. The stress, the worry, something will start coming there, and you would start, seeing as just germination, and they will grow, and you will help them grow by looking at them, by thinking on them. आप उसको focus करके और बड़ा करेंगे, and that is what all of us day in day out do. They germinate there. This was the scenario when I talked about. Challenging schedule में जाते हैं, adversity में जाते हैं, germination चालू हो जाती है, और उसके बाद उसको हम grow करना शुरू करते हैं. And this will create unwanted stressors in your mind. The stressors are always small, but when you live them, it would become bigger, and the bigger stressors will start functioning in your mind. And during those situations, you will find that your focus remains anywhere and everywhere except for one place, that where you need to be. And what you need to be, what matters most for you, the work, that relationship, something, your focus needs to be there. When you are actually cluttered, your focus remains everywhere, anywhere, but it does not remain on one thing called what actually you wanted to do. And there, it starts affecting your productivity, it starts affecting your output, it starts affecting your scenarios. And also, it starts affecting your health, because that is where your focus should be, and your focus is not there because you are cluttered. So cluttered mind starts affecting not only your productivity, not only your business, not only your output, but also your health, your personal life, your relationship, all that. Why it happens, I'll tell you. It has got dual side, and these changes your priority basically. So dual size, it does, it two-way damage it does. And what are these two ways? We perhaps do not notice both the two ways actually. So this is a double sword damage, double-sided sword damage. A messy mind when you have, or maybe emotional clutter when you develop in your mind, you can have, serious damaging effect two-way. And one way is it actually reduces your focus, your concentration, your output, your productivity. It's one. But then another way, the other side of it. The second side is that with this emotional clutter, it shows up on your face, it shows up on your behavior, it shows up on your approach. And what happens is that it shows up on your relationship. And it just not shows on your relationship, it shows up in your relationship with, with your work colleagues. It affects your spouse, it affects your parents, it affects your children. Anytime you see that when you are, cluttered for any reason, it could be from family reason, relationship reason, it could be from work reason, finance reason, anything. If you are, or किसी की तबीयत खराब है, कोई mother ठीक नहीं है, father ठीक नहीं है, someone in your family is not so happy, and you are cluttered. If you are cluttered, it appears on your face, it appears in your behavior, it appears in your actions, how you talk, how you walk, how you behave with people, how you respond to people, how much patience you keep, how much cushion and resistance you keep, how soon you get irritated, how soon you respond, what you do, all that counts. And that actually is the behavior. How you respond to me, how I respond to you will define the relationship. I may be a very great person, you may be a very nice person, and if you are reflecting something on your face, or reflecting something with your behavior, reflecting something with your messaging, it is something that starts keeping particular distance. And this two-way I explained, but I'm going to talk about the connection of this. This connection becomes vicious in a way that the moment this starts happening, that when you are complete unstable, maybe financially, maybe work-wise, maybe output-wise, maybe some kind of deadline or business target-wise, relationship-wise, when you are actually disturbed, you actually start reflecting that in your face, in your behavior, in your action, to your spouse, to your colleagues, to your people around. And they in turn starts responding differently. And you in turn start reading that altogether differently, because that time you are more unstable emotionally, and emotionally you are supposed to get something more and you are getting more less, and it is a vicious circle. Then you again respond badly, it again responds badly, and the whole thing happens. Does that happen anyone with you? Do you agree with this? Just give me some response in the chat box. This is something, the practical aspect. And therefore I talked about in the golden nugget today that we'll be talking about something practical, because a lot of theories we listen, we practice, but then we feel that's good as a theory and we appreciate, admire that theory. But then for us, it does not really make sense. And this is one aspect which, if this Diwali, this decluttering time, if we understand that we have decluttered, we have cleared whole house, home, office, workplace, everything, if we can declutter our mind, or rather learn to declutter, because this is a daily practice, this is a weekly practice, this is a monthly practice, our personality, our output, our productivity, our relationship, our life would be 5 times, 6 times, 8 times. You can just keep counting the times and it would be actually there. Most of the people have got difficulty dealing with their employees in their office, because today the employees generation have changed. The earlier employee generation was, talking about that money which was required for their survival. So for them, job was so important, the respect was so important. Today, their roti, kapda, makan, everything is done, their survival is done, their phone, their internet, their vehicle, gadi, everything is done. They do not have much of the problem. So their resistance level, their patience level is altogether different, and they hardly care. Clubbed with their ability, with their talent, there are so many jobs available, there are so many assignments available, and people are really willing to go ahead and start their own enterprise. So what is happening is everything is connected with internet, so people are available. So taming the employee at that level, keeping them motivated at that level, keeping them satisfied and delighted at that level is a big challenge in any organization. All of you are seniors and you understand that. There also, this theory applies big way, because when the employees are not contributing, you are getting annoyed. It is appearing on your face. You are actually responding that way. They are again responding that way. You are again responding that way. And this is a vicious cycle. You are trying to solve the problem and it is not solving, it is actually worsening the problem. So this is a double sword scenario. So two-way damage it does, and both has got connection. So this is a vicious circle. So this was the point on this slide I wanted to talk. And here now I'm ready to tell you some strategies which I have jotted down for you. And I will tell you a couple of strategies. So 4 strategies I have got for you today to clear mental and emotional clutters. The good news is that there are equally powerful techniques which you can use. And other than these 4, there are so many you can apply. But I was just working today for this session to find out something which is very practical. So all the slides which I have talked about till now was all about practical. So it should not be a theory, it should be practically possible, adoptable, doable. And therefore, I have taken only 4, which is practical, adoptable, doable. Something that can help you, me, everyone, declutter and regain our focus. See, let us always use a word called regain, because focus was already there. Focus is already there when you are, passionate about something. The focus comes. You lose that focus, and therefore, in something, therefore, you got to regain that. And today, I'm going to give you these 4 strategies to clear mental and emotional clutter. Let us go with them one by one. But before we go one by one, I'll put you this point, that we need to create a space actually in our mind. The problem is multitasking. There's only one problem called multitasking, because multitasking is taking up so many things at a time. And we all are actually doing that, whether it is work, whether it is something you talk about, you are doing multitasking. Even when you are actually watching TV, any of your favorite program or anything on YouTube or something, you are actually not doing one thing. Notice it. You are doing multitasking because your device itself is throwing so many messages on that same screen. Your smart TV today is talking about so many things. It is also getting the message. It is also getting something. It is also getting some responses. And there are quite a few apps, like if you have got Mazale and all that kind of apps, this Eros Multimedia Venture, Mazale, M-A-Z-A-L-E. What they do is basically they're talking about you are watching that particular movie or serial or cricket or something with your friends on your smart TV. Most of them are connected, and you are actually earning the point for people getting connected. People are, giving the feedback, and you are actually liking something, and there is some kind of, when you are completing that point, you are getting that kind of discount there, and you are, supposed to click that and avail that discount then and there. This discount is valid for that particular 2 minutes when you click that. So what is happening is you are actually watching a cricket match, and you are actually doing so many things. At the same time, you have got your phone and device in your hand that is continuously throwing the message of greetings or something, and you are actually responding to that also. You have got your family members with you, or maybe colleagues with you. You are also talking to them, you're chatting to them. So what is happening? And you're also thinking about your business, you're thinking about your holiday, you're talking about next day of work. So you are multitasking. You are multitasking even on the commode of your washroom. Isn't it? Is it true? Can I get some response in the chat box? We are multitasking everywhere. You are driving, you are on the steering wheel. You are actually multitasking. You are doing so many things. You're talking to someone, you're doing so many things. You go for jogging and you go for walking. You have got some earphone and everything put in that, and you are actually multitasking. You are actually doing so many things. I know quite a few colleagues of mine who actually are morning walkers with me, and I find that each one of them have got that plug there, and they have got that audio book there, and they are actually reading that audio book, listening that audio book when they're walking. And when you meet, they actually switch off and remove that Kanka plug, and then they talk to you. So they are walking, but they are multitasking. They are reading the book, and they know that that book is pending and that book is reading. Someone is reading, listening the music. Someone is talking to someone. Someone is doing something. So it is multitasking. So this is the core. And therefore, before starting with this 4 strategy, I thought I'll put this also to you so that we understand the problem. So I say the problem is only one. That is called multitasking. Our brain is not designed to divide attention in too many directions. It is not designed that way. Science says that brain is not designed for this. And we are asking our brain, making our brain to actually distract and go in 5 directions, go in 10 directions at a time. So what we are doing is we are doing something unnatural that is not designed for. And to filter information effectively, brain has to filter information for you to achieve that. Brain has to filter the information for you to be focused, to be concentrated, to be, output giver. And to filter that information, our mind needs actually to be organized and to be at peace. Shanti hona chahiye, calmness hona chahiye. ऑर्गेनाइज्ड होना चाहिए और काम होना चाहिए, और ये दोनों चीज तभी पॉसिबल है जब आप डीक्लटर हो गए. एंड देयरफॉर decluttering plays a big role here to get our mind and our emotions into this ideal state. When I say ideal state, I'm talking about शांत हो जाए और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड हो जाए. ये एक आइडियल स्टेट है जो आज की डेट में बहुत दुर्लभ स्टेट है. हम जल्दी इसको अचीव ही नहीं कर सकते. So this particular ideal state में यदि हम आ जाए, we need to create that space इसके लिए. जैसे ही वो स्पेस आप क्रिएट करते हैं, वो उस आइडियल स्टेट में आ जाता है. जब तक स्पेस नहीं होता है, पूरा भरा हुआ होता है, वो आइडियल स्पेस में आ ही नहीं सकता. आप कितना भी प्राणायाम कर लें, कितना भी ध्यान कर लें, कुछ भी कर लें, you've got to create that space, और वो स्पेस क्रिएट करना पड़ेगा. And we can do this by clearing or decluttering our mental and emotional thing. That's what is the topic. So if you are pulled into so many directions, 5, 10, 15 चीज एक साथ कर रहे हैं, if you are feeling tired or if you are feeling overwhelmed for that matter, we always feel overwhelmed because हम बहुत सारा चीज करने की बात करते हैं, overwhelmed हमेशा रहते हैं. वर्क डेस्क पे तो मैं हमेशा overwhelmed होता हूँ. So this is something that is a drawback. This actually pushes you everywhere and it does not allow you to do anything. Most of the time you actually keep making the to-do list, and that gives you some kind of caffeine or nicotine kind of thing, which keeps you charged, and you actually are not heading anywhere. So you can choose these strategies, the 4 strategies that I'm talking about. They are simple, they are effective, and you can bring them, use them effectively and do that out. So let me bring it to you one by one, the 4 strategies which I talked about. So one by one, I'll bring you all these 4 strategies. Number 1, is write it down. Sounds very simple. And this is derived from that particular me time, alone time, जहाँ पे आपका कोई डिवाइस आपके साथ नहीं है, कोई इंटरनेट आपके साथ नहीं है, कोई आपका बड्डी है, आपका कोई स्पाउस आपके साथ नहीं है, आप अकेले हैं. It could be any duration. It could be 15 minutes, it could be 5 hours. So first and foremost strategy is write it down. First, you need to identify it, and it will take only 15 minutes if you wanted to get the lowest possible time. Is only 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Simply sit down, relax your mind, take pen and paper, be alone, relax your mind, remove every thought from mind, and then start jotting down. List down those things that are consuming thoughts. All those consuming thoughts, list down. Identify this thought is consuming. Yes, this is consuming me. List it down. And if the thoughts are consuming you is one criteria, the other criteria is if they are taking you away from experiencing the life. And define yourself that what is, according to you, is experiencing the life. Working around the clock is not experiencing the life, surely. So you define that what is, according to you, experiencing the life. And what are those thoughts which are actually consuming and not allowing you to experience that life. This is the simple criteria. And with this, if you start jotting down, list down everything. एक और चीज आप कर सकते हैं कि what relationship are draining you emotionally. List down those relationships. There could be some relationship which is draining you emotionally. वहां पे कुछ रिपेयर जरूरत होगी या रिलेशनशिप को ही उठा देने की जरूरत होगी, that you can take independent decision. But right now, think of कि what are those relationships which are actually draining you emotionally. एक और point कर सकते हैं कि what else distracts you from your important work. Define what are your important works for you and what are the things that distracts you from that. List down. Or maybe a situation that's causing ongoing worry or anxiety for you, because there could be all ongoing worry and anxiety for you. Ongoing, वो आते रहता है, चलते रहता है, वो खत्म नहीं हो रहा है. वो एक वीक पहले भी नींद नहीं आ रही थी तो वही एंजाइटी था और अभी भी वही है और पता चला कि बाद वही है. वो एक ऐसा कीड़ा है जो अंदर अंदर चल ही रहा है, वो हती नहीं. तो we can call it as ongoing anxiety, ongoing worry. Identify them, note down. So this is write it down is the first strategy. Simply write this down. This has got huge power and therefore I've taken it as number one. And number one has got one more point, is repeat this process. Write this down is one part, but repeat it until you feel quieter, you feel that there is a space. All we started with one point called create that space. और वो कैसे महसूस होगा कि space create होगा? You will feel quieter, you will feel better. सिर्फ नोट कर देने से and test it out, it works. Test it out, it works. I have tried it and it works. So note down everything, all that we talked about, and it really will make you, feel quieter. If you feel quieter, it's fine. If it is not, repeat the process again. Another 10 minutes, and it will make sense. Once it's done, you will usually find a space in your mind. You will find a particular sense of relief, actually, and you will just, you are freed up. You feel that I'm completely freed up of some mental space. और वही space create करना है. जैसे ही वो space create हो गया, then we get to the next step. And next step is what? Next step is rank them in order to importance or in order of priority. Rank them. Challenge yourself to identify your top one and take the top priority. Rank कर लिया, बहुत सारा हो गया, लेकिन अपने आप को एक तरीके से मोटिवेट कीजिए, चैलेंज कीजिए और उसमें फाइंड आउट कीजिए कि सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट वाला कौन सा है. सो यू टेक दैट इंपॉर्टेंट वन. लेट्स गो टू द number two is get physically active. Most of you might be practicing, and I know quite a few people who actually go to gym, go to walk, go to cycling, and they say that they feel better. Most of the entrepreneurs, including Anand Mahindra, one of the article I read, he talks about this, that this works. If you are continuously being inside in office or work from home or something, and you are sitting down most of the day, then a walk, a jog, a cycling, or something like that will make you feel much more clear-headed. Being clear-headed is important, and it has got power, and it gives you an instant result. So the other day, this week itself, I was kind of whole day in some session or something, and then it was a lot of clutter, and I was feeling difficult. And I had a 9 p.m. session as usual. So what I did was at 8, I actually suddenly got up and I went for a fast walk. And in 30-45 minutes, when I wanted to return back, I was feeling completely relaxed and I was perfectly fine. Whole problems were there. Throughout the day, meeting problems were existing, but I was feeling better. So this being physically active makes sense. Now, this is after that you did. But what if you do it on a daily basis, if you do it on a regular basis, on a particular time, it makes sense. This is not just in your head. This clutter is just not in your head. Actually, experts confirm that we think and learn better when we actually exercise. Anytime when you are actually into physical activity mode, you think better, you learn better. And what we're talking about, decluttering, that requires thinking better, learning better, doing better. Getting regular exercise can be actually a game changer for all of us, irrespective of what taste and what variety you have. So if you need to clear some mental and emotional clutter, go for a walk, go for a cycling, go for running, go for gym, go for something. I mean, you feel like you just do the jumping the rope or things like that. Leave your cell phone. This is important. Leave your phone at home. At least you can listen to music. So if this phone is a music device, you can very well listen it. But do not talk to anyone. Do not make a phone call. Do not, do anything. Do not read audiobooks. You just can listen music, nothing else. That's what this physically active means. When you actually become physically active and you have put the phone and you're talking to your colleague, you're talking to someone, it is not going to give you 100% output. So that's one. No text, no social media, no phone calls is what is important. The third point is talk it out. Communicate, talk it out. If you are, overloaded, if your head is flooded with the stressful thoughts, then taking it out can be a big help. Find time to discuss the challenges with your trusted friend. There must be one trusted friend of yours, right from your college ka alumni se leke, office ka colleague se leke, your business partner se leke, your koi hoga jo trusted friend hoga. आपका कोई spouse होगा, आपका कोई girlfriend होगा, boyfriend होगा, कोई भी ऐसा होगा. Your father can be a trusted friend, your son can be a trusted friend. So talk to your mentor if you have any mentor. If you have any, business coach or mentor, you can talk to them. आपका कोई colleague हो सकता है, उससे आप बात कर सकते हैं. And this will help you declutter instantly. You do not have to talk to everyone, but find out that close person. And even brainstorming with your team works. When you do brainstorming, basically what you do, you actually get the same result. This declutters, and it actually gives you a breakthrough, because something that you are not able to think of, something that is not coming as a solution, you with your team is brainstorming. And when you are brainstorming, even if the solution does not come, you feel relaxed, you feel calm, and you create that space there. Because till the time that was occupying the whole space, and that brainstorming session actually relaxed you, and it worked. And it has got a flip, the other side also, a good side, bright side, is that the colleagues, all of them felt empowered, and everyone feels the sense of belongingness in that assignment, in that project, and it works for each one of them. And that in turn gives you a positive vibe, and you actually become positive, and that again helps you creating that space in your brain, in your mind. So ultimately we are, on the same goal of creating that extra space, and that works. So simply being around with your best friend during your tough time can help, elevate your stressful emotions, and help you declutter your thing. And let's talk about the fourth one. And fourth one is sleep it out. That's very simple. Anytime when you feel that you are, need declutter or you are overloaded, just sleep. Sleep it out. Sleep and brain function go together. Next time when you feel that your brain is, completely cluttered and too many thoughts are coming in and you are experiencing a mental fatigue and restlessness, Just one step. Stop, take a nap. Even a 10-minute nap can improve your alertness, can change the scenario which you are into that clutter and you are feeling that way. 10 minutes nap can change the situation. But there is again one condition, that you do not have to take that nap with your phone. You do not have to take that nap with your WhatsApp scroll or social media scroll or YouTube listening. Phone should not be there. You need to sleep means you need to sleep it out. Sleep does not mean, being in bed and being with your phone, or with your iPad or some kind of good book or something. Reading is a very good habit, fine. But being with that book is not sleeping. Do not take any book. Book padhte neend aayegi. No, remove everything and sleep. If you sleep it out that way, it makes sense and it works. Sleep is so important for decluttering perspective that it really starts giving you result, and it gives you result simply because it literally clears out the clutter in your brain at cellular level. That's what research says, that when you sleep, the declutter happens at your cellular level. No other thing does at cellular level. So that's what this does. So these were the 4 strategies to clear your mental and emotional clutter. And clearing them will require actions depending on your challenges. Your challenges would be different, so little tailor-made here and there, but most of them are practical. But remember one thing, irrespective of your variations, remember one thing, that you get to decide what to fill in your mind. It's like घर में हम क्या गिराएंगे, कब गिराएंगे, से डिपेंड करेगा कि कितना क्लीनिंग करना पड़ेगा. If you decide that हम गिराएंगे ही कम, तो क्लीनिंग बहुत इजी हो जाएगा. And therefore I'm saying, the one point that you got to decide that what actually is going to be, becoming as clutter in your mind. So you get to decide what fills your mind. This is one point which you got to remember. And how to respond to them emotionally is also the another aspect. एक तो है कि वो चीज आया. The another thing is how you are responding to it also will define that how this clutter is creating. If you are बार बार वो गिरा भी रहे हैं, on how you are responding to it is also important. It's like एक drop पानी का गिर गया, and then your sandal or the slipper that you are wearing के साथ आप उस पानी के ऊपर चले गए. So what happens is वो थोड़ा और फैल गया. So there were 2 things. One is that वो पानी का गिरना, और second is आपका वो गंदा वाला स्लीपर के साथ उसके ऊपर जाना. तो ये दोनों चीज और उसको फैला दिया. So then cleaning is difficult. Same way, mind में क्या आएगा, you get to decide. Each one of us has got power to decide what will come in our mind, and each one has got a choice to decide that how to respond on that. So this is the 2 point I thought at the end I'll give, so that it is really going to make more meaningful aspect of these 4 strategies which we are talking about. And you can do this by simply focusing on what matters most for you. What matters most if you think, then क्या गिराना है, कैसे react करना है, everything will automatically get set. Only one line you have to remember, that what matters most for you. And a regular practice of decluttering can help you connect with your most important thing and work in your life. That's all for today. We're done with the session. We'll just take your opinions and suggestions and the questions, if any.
Very good morning, Rajesh ji.
How are you? Long time.
Yes, sorry. See, it is today a wonderful class. You mentioned first strategy to write down what I have to write down. I think I was not hearing properly.
What is cluttering in your mind? What is coming in your mind? I talked about a couple of pointers that you can note down. One thing you need to note down is if there is a particular relationship. It could be your employee, it could be your family, it could be your relationship. What relationships are draining you emotionally? यदि आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है, irritation हो रहा है, drain हो रहे हैं, what relationship? Is it that your manager, it is your wife, it is your son, it is your colleague, who? Business partner, what? So list that down. The another thing you need to list down that what is consuming you the most and taking you away from experiencing your life. And before you start listing down, I suggested that define one line that what according to you is experiencing the life. आपको यदि ये कहा जाए कि you experience the life, तो आपके लिए क्या है? वो लिस्ट डाउन कीजिए, सॉरी नोट डाउन कीजिए, और उस लाइन को बेसिस रख के you start thinking that is it, deviating me or obstructing me from experiencing my life. Obstructing me from experiencing my life. If you're experiencing my life is winding up at 5 p.m. from your work days and going to home, taking some tea, coffee, snacks, and then heading to tennis or badminton or something like that. This routine is experiencing your life, or spending time with your children or your spouse and things like that. If this is experiencing the life, if something which is actually not allowing you to experience that life, आप ऑफिस में ही 9 बजे रात तक पड़े हुए हैं, स्लॉग कर रहे हैं, तो दिस इज दैट. नोट डाउन क्या क्या आपको एक्सपीरियंस नहीं, बिकॉज दीज आर द क्लटर्स व्हिच आर देयर. यू गॉट टू लिस्ट डाउन ऑल ऑफ देम. द मोमेंट यू लिस्ट डाउन, इट रियली स्टार्ट्स वर्किंग.
Actually, if I, sorry to disturb you,
Yeah.
suppose if I have a mindset that department is not doing properly, and I am also facing the same problem. So what I have to write down, suppose one department is intentionally colluding 3 people not doing work. I'm not able to get the things done. So I feel that department is doing very bad. What I have to write down?
So you have to go, first of all, write down that department is bad, but this is a vague statement that the department is bad. What is bad in that department? Is the HOD of that function is bad? Is the person in charge of the department is bad? Is the resource resource allocation done department is bad? If the equipment or the working capital they are allotted is bad, if the function they are doing is not clear, input is bad, there is attitude, there is approach, there is training required, there is a motivation required. What is bad? First of all, identify who is bad. Department is not an identity. Who is bad in that department? A country, an organization, एक कंपनी में अचानक एक सीईओ चेंज हो जाने से पूरी कंपनी का कल्चर चेंज हो जाता है. कंट्री का प्राइम मिनिस्टर और स्टेट का सीएम चेंज होने से पूरी कल्चर चेंज हो जाती है. So what happens is, whole machinery is same. One person changes everything. One approach changes everything. So you got to zero down. That is what I'm saying, that write down that what is wrong, what is distracting, and what is causing ongoing anxiety to you. यदि वो डिपार्टमेंट ongoing anxiety है, तो आपको deep dive करना पड़ेगा. You need to deep dive in that department, that what is wrong in that department. Is the person, they are not motivated? Is your behavior to them is demotivating them, or they are not connecting with you? You're not friendly, they are not becoming friendly, or their behavior is not allowing you to be friendly. So there could be so many ifs and buts, but you got to, the moment you start listing down, you will be able to reach to the problem and it will declutter you. Right now, it is a big clutter. As I can understand from your statement, the department is not functioning. You are just saying this line, but your subconscious has taken this as a project. Your sleep must be getting disturbed with this statement. Your mind must be continuously occupied with this issue. Your happiness must be getting screwed up because of this. But you have still not defined the problem itself. You are still finding it as a department. So therefore, I'm saying that write this down. The moment you start deep dive and write this down, you will start decluttering, because you will start identifying the problem, that this is a problem and that is deviating. Have I answered your question, sir?
Thank you very much.
Right, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
Jay, sir, fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you for a wonderful session, sir. It was so useful, to understand how to handle people and how it is impacting us. Sir, I have 2-3 questions. Sir, can we know, how can we understand more on this, sir? If there's any book which we can read, or do you suggest anything, sir?
So I think let us practice this particular 4 ones which I talked about, and let us share the practical outputs that we are getting out of this. Because I took it out from quite a few books, but I find that every time we talk about the mental declutter, there are so many theories, and most of them are big theories which does not actually apply. Why? Because they are less doable, they are less practical, they are less, in practical sense you can apply on a daily life. So they do not really work. And my suggestion is that let us focus on these 4. Try this out if it works for you. And all the 4 are something that you can instantly apply. You do not have to do any preparation. If you want to apply it now, you can apply. If you want to apply it tomorrow, you can apply.
Sir, literally, I was thinking on this, like how to work on this, sir. But I'm so happy that today you really opened few of the interfaces which obstacles were there, like made it more transparent, like and which was really like all that you showed, no sir, unwired one, and how you made that wiring like one by one. It was like little bit of helpful for us to, because I was really literally feeling people which we don't think and which we don't understand, and like some problems people are there, like it was more problem for me people handling.
Yes.
So but now you just gave me little bit of thoughts.
Yes.
So how to
thank you so much for finding it useful. I'll give you one more tip, Vijay, and to all of you, that this tip has worked for me, and I'm sure it will work for all of you. This tip is that I talked about. Number 1 was write this down, and number 2 was get physically active. I'm saying that the tip here is apply this 2 with 1, and it makes wonderful result. I have myself have been experiencing it. And what is the result? Is that when you go for walking or jogging, do not go with music or do not go with audiobook. Do not go with anyone. Do not wave hand more than waving hand to anyone. Do not be with anyone in the walk. Walk fast. It should be high impact walking so that you sweat, so that those kind of hormones gets released. And then what you do is you control your thought process during the walk. So if you're walking for 45 minutes or 1 hour, you control, listen me carefully, you control your thought process during the walk. Normally what happens, 99% of cases, I've interviewed more than 100 people on this aspect, 99% of the cases, you actually think of the problem when you are walking. Think of something that has not happened during the walking. Think of something which has got somewhere stuck during the walking. If you start thinking on the process that jo list down karna tha, think of your clutter, think of your clutter, think of your clutter. That 45 minutes you have actually identified a lot of clutters. Think of what is stopping you, which relationship is actually deviating you, which one is draining you. Keep thinking, keep thinking. And the moment you come back, sit down, take the pen paper, go in isolation and jot down. This has got so much power that din bhar aap ekantvash karke, alone hoke jo jot down karenge, that jot down you can get it there. So club this out and it makes a superb result. Because while walking, you thought keeps coming. And think of the clutters. Keep finding the clutter. Kahan pe clutter hai? Kahan pe clutter hai? और क्लटर वही है, एक लाइन में डिफाइन करना पड़ेगा क्लटर को. क्लटर का मतलब ये नहीं कि ये रखा हुआ है तो क्लटर है, ये डेकोरेटिव सामान भी हो सकता है. एनीथिंग दैट इज स्टॉपिंग यू टू लिव द लाइफ यू डिजायर, और जो भी आपने लाइफ का डेफिनेशन बनाया है, दिस इज माय लाइफ, उसको यदि वो डिस्टर्ब करता है तो दैट इज क्लटर.
Yes sir, I really agree to you sir.
Useful for all of you. Thank you so much. We'll sign off. It is already 11 and you can ask me anything in the Facebook group. Thank you so much. I'll put the recording also there.
Thank you very much. Thank you.